Cale from Deep Six Outdoors, and this is my first video for the 2020 and 21 hunting season. As you can see there, I got Christmas tree all mounted up from last year. If you guys were able to watch my bow kill, I killed him on November 1st last year with Tanner up in the tree, and I have the NAP Spitfire going through his antlers there. And this buck here I killed when I was 18. I shot him with my crossbow. That was back when I used crossbow. Then I switched to compound bow. My first compound bow was a Darton, and this year I got a new reveal. I actually sold my Darton this year and switched to something new. I really like it, and I've shot it a couple times. I just need to get the yardage tape on it. I shoot a 1-pin HHA sight like I did last year on my Darton when I killed Christmas tree. But I really like the new bow. It's pretty cool. I'll put a video of it here, have it laid out here, and put that video in there so you guys can take a look at it. I actually went with the Matthews Verdicts this year. It's a really nice bow and doesn't vibrate, and it shoots pretty smooth. So I'm really excited to take it out in the field this year and try her out. And Tanner and I have been pretty busy this year. We moved some stands around, not really much, just basically checking on some stands. But when Christmas tree came out last year, it's really a spot I have picked out for around Halloween and stuff. It's really just does all summer and early fall. Whenever bow season comes in, there's really just does there. But usually when rut comes in, and late October, first week November is my favorite time to sit there. I actually killed this buck right where I killed Christmas tree, and I killed Christmas tree there, and almost killed another 10 point there 2 years ago. He just didn't come in close enough. So this year Tanner and we put a stand between what I call the rock wall stand and the VFW stand. This stand's like really for just a different wind spot. It's a double man, so I mean it's pretty much where Christmas tree came up around the rock wall. It'll just get me closer, because 9 times out of 10 they come towards me in the rock wall stand, but if I sit there with the perfect wind, that'll really eliminate kind of guessing on which way they'll go. It's more of a in the middle type of spot. So I can shoot both ways they go. And other than that, we moved one more stand by my built stand where me and my sister Cale sat last rifle season, and she seen a bunch of does and stuff, and almost got a shot at a buck last rifle season, but didn't quite find it in the scope quick enough. And we moved a double man stand more to where all the deer bed in bow season, so I'm really excited about that. I have a new little bow spot for early mornings, because in the mornings they come out of our hay fields and then come up in the woods there, and they all go to this bedding area. It's real thick laurel and stuff, and they love going there, and that's where I've watched a lot of big bucks last year and the year before go in there. So Tanner and I moved the one double man stand over there, so that's going to be a really new good spot there. So I'm pretty excited about that. And really on the our other spots we have, I purchased a blind, and I built a 10-foot 6x6 platform. I was able to get it all put up and up on the farm. Zach Mickle, my buddy, I recorded him a couple years ago shoot that doe with the rifle, and he helped me dig the holes out, and we got the post down in, and that stand's all ready to go now. Tanner and I went up there last week and put the actual blind up, and all I have to go up and do now is just tighten all the bolts, and I have rubber matting on to put in there, and I have a couple blind chairs I want to put in there. But other than that, that's a really good spot. Last year I had 4 different big bucks. I mean, it's way bigger than these bucks. They were nice. I mean, the one buck actually kind of reminded me of Christmas tree. He's real goofy on one side, and late November or late October he actually broke his ear. Like, I have a couple trail camera pictures of him. I'll post it in this video. You can actually see, I think it's his right ear. His right ear got broke, or the cartilage or something. It was just messed up. But he is a real cool buck, and I actually thought I had a lot of pictures of him. Well, here I found out there's a buck almost identical to him that actually has a split brow tine with a kicker coming off his G2. So I don't know where they came from. They just started showing up last October, but there's really no way to hunt that spot. It's a field with a little tree line going around it, and the trees are not even bigger than like the size of my hand, like 3 inches, 4 inches thick. They're not real big enough to put a stand in, or it's kind of hard to put a blind in there on the ground because of how the ground's laid out. You can't really see much. So I definitely want to get that stand put in there. It's a 10-foot high, and if it rains or snows, we can at least take cover in there, and it's just a good spot. I mean, we have to play the wind right because bucks come out of there from everywhere. But other than that, the new food plot, I sat there a couple times last year. I passed up a couple of 6-pointers and 8-pointers, small 8-pointers, but it's a good spot. The clover grew up 3 times better than last year. I'm gonna actually go remow it here probably tomorrow and get it all ready to go. And other than that, we just moved another stand closer to that new food plot and moved one up probably 75 yards to a different corner. They sometimes skip the new food plot and hit the soybean field, but other than that, I mean, really not too much this year. Just checking straps and getting my new bow shot in. Here's my new bow I got. It's a Matthews Vertex, like I said earlier. Has the HHA 1-pin sight on it, and I went with the QAD Ultra Rest for the arrow rest, and has a Matthews stabilizer, and I got a Matthews quiver. It's a really nice bow. I mean, it shoots really good, and I'm gonna use the same arrows. And I really fell in love with the NAP Spitfires last year after killing Christmas Tree, and I actually killed a doe last year, and it just blew a hole through it. They're pretty sweet, so I'm gonna stick with them, and that's pretty much it. I'll post some different pictures of the blind that I got up this year, and show you different stuff. I don't know if I can show you how I move stands or not, but I'll give you a general idea of how far. I didn't really move them that far, but once you put time into stand scouting and stuff, you can really try and pinpoint where the deer actually, what trails they take on what wind, and play in the wind of if they come in from this way, which way you should be sitting so they don't wind you, and just little stuff like that. It takes some time, but finally this year got all the time put in to actually move the stands to be really effective trying to kill them. And as you can see, this is my new hunting room. Me and my fiance actually just purchased a house this year, and I actually have my own hunting room, so it's actually gonna be a little nicer. I can have all my hunting stuff in here and tweak on my bow and just different odds and ends stuff. So it's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it, and it makes it a lot easier to hunt the farm this year. I only live probably 5 minutes from the farm now instead of 30, so it's gonna make definitely a big game changer. So I'm pretty excited about this year, and Tanner's been really getting some big bucks on his camera. He's sent me probably 30 pictures of this one giant he's got on there. It's probably 130, 140 inch 9-point, maybe probably, well, it's probably 130 now, but I mean, it could probably get up there 140 if it keeps growing. And he's pretty excited, hoping I can record him, put that buck down this year. But he's got different odd and end bucks on his stealth cam this year, and I got my stealth cam up, and I only have one picture of a decent, nice buck. I think he's an 8-pointer, but I only got one picture of him, and it's about half his head. And he knew the trail cam was there, so I don't know if he smelled it or what, but I still got a pretty decent picture of him. And I actually went scouting around yesterday after work. It was raining, but on my way home from work I seen a pile of bucks out. So I just came home, grabbed my camera, and took a little joyride, and I actually found a group of bucks there by the farm. I'd say they're about half a mile away from our farm where all my stands are. And pretty nice 9-point in there. I'll show you a video of him here. He was with a smaller 6-point and a spike, but he's a pretty cool buck. He's probably definitely one I'd really consider taking in bow season. I'd probably take him. I mean, definitely now, because that's probably one of the biggest bucks I've seen so far this year. I'm really hoping. I've seen them. I recorded that bachelor group probably 2 miles away from the farm earlier this summer, but usually all the bucks stay down low, and then towards bow season, starting this month, August, and early September, all these bigger bucks start coming up to the farm and stuff. So I'm really excited to see what I get on camera. It's really nothing odd for me not to get real big bucks on camera yet. They usually start showing up in September and October, which is perfect because that's when you can hunt them, so there's really no point in them being there earlier. So I mean, it'll work out, but I'll keep you guys updated with different trail camera pictures and odds and ends of this season. And I have my Stealth Cam wireless cameras out. I really like them. I actually sold some of my Stealth Cam regular cameras and got these wireless ones. It makes it so much easier. I can try and keep my scent out of the areas, and it's just nicer because if I'm hunting one area and get a picture of one, I can really pinpoint his pattern down and stuff and not bother with the scent and different things. But so I really like them. And this year Cale Arnold, I hunted with him last year. He almost killed a nice 10 point last year on film. I was actually recording him. He's actually new to deep sticks this year. He's actually going to be a field staff this year, and he actually just bought 2 Fusion Stealth Cams. He's pretty excited about it, and he's been shooting his bow, and I'm going to probably take him out a couple times this year and with me, and then I'm going to tag along with him and record him. So he's pretty excited. He's definitely put in a lot of work this year. He's got some food plots down the ground, and we're considering a Kentucky trip this year, but I'm not sure. Tanner, with his job, with this COVID-19, he really can't leave the state, so that's going to kind of make it hard on him. I'm going to see if Cale can go with me, but I might make the trip out to Kentucky this year. I've always wanted to kill a Kentucky buck with velvet on his horns, and so I'm pretty excited about that, but we'll see. Brandon and the rest of the deep sticks guys are out there, so it'd be pretty cool to meet them. But I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll just go from there. And I think next week Tanner and I are going to be shooting our bows, so we'll get some footage of that. And I'm actually picking up a new GoPro this year. I sold my old GoPro to Cale to help get him started, and I'm actually going to pick up one of the new GoPros. That make it a little nicer, better audio and stuff. So hopefully we can get a nice big buck on camera, and hopefully Tanner and Cale also, and the rest of the deep sticks guys, get some big bucks down. And I'm really planning on taking some does early season. I've been getting a pile of does on camera, and that's pretty much it. I really don't like taking does out this early if I have big bucks around, but there's almost too many does, and you really need to manage your herd a little bit, and too many does can almost hurt you. So I'm going to just take out probably one. I have 1 tag now. I'm going to try and get more tags October 5th. We'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully we get some big bucks down this year, and we'll see how it goes.